Let's talk about how we can use communication to help earn clients' trust, especially in these volatile markets. The best thing you can do is be available, and depending on the client and the age of the client and the circumstances, it can mean a myriad of different communication methods. Being available is a big term. So, how do we make that happen? One thing people often overlook these days is that there are multiple ways to communicate. We have email, SMS, web chat, and phone. But when something is truly urgent and they need help fast, what method do they always turn to? The phone. Yet many companies still treat the phone like they did 10 or 20 years ago, back when it was the only way to reach a business. Today, however, the phone is the last resort, reserved for situations that require immediate attention. As businesses, we need to adapt. When a client makes that urgent call, they should be connected to the right person without unnecessary hurdles. Technology allows us to remotely enable our workforce. So why aren't we making full use of it? Employees already receive work emails on their cell phones, so why not their work calls? And I don't mean try my office first, then try my cell phone if I don't answer. I mean one unified business number that works seamlessly across my desk phone, mobile device, and my remote setups, supporting both voice and SMS. The harder we make any process for our clients and employees, the more likely it is to break down, ultimately hurting our client satisfaction. If there's one key takeaway from this, it's that not all forms of communication are created equally. When someone picks up the phone, 9 out of 10 times they need immediate assistance. Make sure your business is set up to respond accordingly. Let's talk about sensitive clients. We all have them. The ones who can be a drain on your business, frustrate employees, and let's be honest, cost you money. So how do you manage these challenging clients without losing your sanity? Step 1, let them be heard. This is the easiest step, yet it's also the most important. These clients have a list of things they want to vent about. In fact, they've probably rehearsed it in their heads before they even picked up the phone or walked into your office. So give them that moment. Don't interrupt. Don't argue. Just listen. Take notes and save your questions till the end. Personally, I write them down while they're talking. This way, I don't forget anything. It also shows that I was paying attention, and when I circle back to clarify any points that they have on any questions, I have the notes to refer to. Step 2, address each issue one at a time. Break it down, understand the problem, then repeat it back to them. Even if you don't necessarily agree, the goal is to get on the same page so you both have a clear starting point to work from. Step 3, own it, all of it. Now, this doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they said, but you do have to take responsibility for addressing the issue. No dodging, no deflecting, you gotta own it. Step 4, work towards a solution. Some problems are gonna be quick fixes. They can be resolved on the spot. Others, they're gonna take more work and more time and gonna involve other people. But now that you have an agreed upon list of issues, you can go down the list and get the answers they need. Step 5, set a resolution timeline and stick to it. I can't stress this enough. Even if you don't have all the answers right away, commit to a follow-up. For example, say, I'll check with you tomorrow and let's give you an update by 5 p.m. Here's the critical part. If you say you're going to call or email by 5 p.m., do not miss that deadline. If you do, all your credibility you've built in steps 1 through 4 is gone. Final thought, reflect on the bigger picture. Once the dust settles, take a step back and ask yourself, was this a business problem? Was this a process problem? Have other clients complained about the same thing? Or was this client completely unreasonable? We've all had those clients. For every one client who complains, there are probably 10 others who stayed silent. So, is this an issue worth fixing in your business? The answer isn't always yes, but take the opportunity to look over the fence and really evaluate what happens on the other side. At the end of the day, the best businesses aren't just reactive. They learn and improve with every challenge. There's a huge gap between how different generations prefer to communicate, and if you're getting it wrong, it could be costing you clients. Let me give you an example. Say you have an important client in their 80s and you decide to send them a text message. Good luck with that. Their preferred method, phone calls, and sometimes emails. That's what they know and that's what they trust. Now flip the script. You've got a younger client, maybe in their 30s, and you decide to call them. Guess what they're thinking? Who even calls anybody anymore? Is this person out of touch? And you know what happens next? Voicemail, and let's be real, they're never going to check that voicemail. They want SMS and email, period. I know I'm making some generalizations here, but in most cases, this holds true. In fact, I wrote a blog post on this topic with more details and some research. Feel free to check it out at TechmodeGO under our resources tab. So what's the first step? Figure out how your client prefers to communicate. That's your foundation. From there, it's all about understanding their priorities. How often do they want to hear from you? What matters most to them? For example, a younger investor might be all about growth potential and technology, while an older client is probably looking for stability and dividend type investments. Once you have their communication style and priorities down, the rest is easy. Set reminders to check in at regular intervals, stay in touch, and keep an eye out for information that's relevant to their financial goals. Bottom line, communicate the way they want. Focus on what's important to them, and you'll build strong, lasting relationships. Market downturns bring uncertainty, and with that, a flood of client calls. How we handle these moments define our service and strengthens our client relationships. So how do we stay ahead? First, we need to be proactive. Instead of waiting for the phone to ring, we should be reaching out through emails, SMS, and webinars, answering questions before they're even asked. The better informed a client is, the less likely they are to panic and require comforting during these hard times. Self-service can also play a role in cutting down the amount of calls. Make sure your clients are aware what self-service options are available and know how to use them. Also, not every call requires a live person. Optimize phone menus, utilizing AI chatbots within reason, and make sure online resources are available. Also, not every call requires a live person. Optimize phone menus, utilize AI chatbots within reason, and make sure online resources are available. When calls do come in, you have to be able to prioritize. Smart call routing and callback options can ensure that urgent concerns are addressed while keeping wait times manageable. Now let's get to the heart of what these clients are really looking for: empathy. Clients aren't just looking for answers, they're looking for reassurance. In moments of uncertainty, listening, clear communication, and patience go a long way in easing concerns and reinforcing trust. Finally, we should always be learning. By tracking call trends and analyzing response times, we can continuously refine our approach and stay prepared for whatever the market throws our way. These days, how financial firms communicate with their clients is really changing the game. People want transparency, personalization, and ease of access. Let's look at what's driving these shifts. First off, AI is becoming more and more personal. Clients expect tailored experiences now, whether it's through chatbots, robo-advisors, or tools that predict what they might need next. The days of blasting off generic communications is gone. Now it's all about customized insight. Now let's talk about omni-channel trend. People want to be able to start a conversation via email, pick it up later in text, and maybe even escalate it to a video call, all without having to repeat themselves. Seamless communication across multiple different platforms is becoming the norm. Instant support is another hot button. Thanks to AI-driven chatbots and advisors, clients are now expecting answers right away. If there's a delay, it could cost you a client. It's all about being available when and where clients need you. Again, back to that multi-channel trend. People are also leaning towards video and interactive content. Younger generations would rather watch a quick video or check out an interactive financial statement than wade through a dense document. Social media has become a big player here. Financial firms are meeting clients on platforms like LinkedIn, X, and even TikTok. It's all about making finance relatable and engaging, especially for younger audiences. All in all, clients in the financial world are looking for a seamless, transparent, and highly personalized experience. Firms that can keep up with these expectations are the ones who will build strong relationships and earn long-term trust.